Hi, I'm Sam, your inner voice and self-trust coach for women who refuse to choose between career success and being fully present with their kids. This is Journal Entries, where we break free from self-sabotage, reconnect with our inner wisdom, and live truly fulfilled lives in both of our roles. Let's dive in. Before we dive in, I want to share 2 collaboration workshops that I'm hosting that I am genuinely excited about. I have not hosted a workshop in 3 months, so I have been itching to share my strategies to gain clarity and to feel more peace without being overwhelmed in an intimate setting beyond just every week on my podcast. So first, on Wednesday, September 3rd, I'm teaming up with Kyra from Glow Up Girl for a free virtual workshop called the Clarity Reset. This is where we will work through my Calm Mind Blueprint together. So I will go through 5 different journal prompts with you strategically to apply it to why you feel stuck in your life or in your business and what to do to start taking action again in an inspired way. Again, it's free, it's virtual, and you can register at her website in my show notes. And then on Sunday, September 21st, I'm hosting an in-person workshop right here in Batavia at Meraki Beauty called Permission Slips for Ambitious Women. It's basically how to stop shoulding all over yourself. If you're tired of overthinking every decision or feeling guilty for wanting things for yourself, come hang out with us for mindset tips, strategic tools, and a guided meditation and mimosas. This event is limited to 12 spots. And links are also in the show notes. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Hello. Welcome back to another week of journal entries. I don't know if you can see this if you're watching on YouTube, but there might be smoke around me. All is good unless my smoke detector starts to go off. I am finally doing something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time, which is called smudging my house, like using sage to set good intentions, to release negative energy. I've honestly been wanting to do this since I went through my divorce, which was like 3 years ago now, I think. 21, 22, 23, 24, 4 years ago now. I finally did it. And honestly, the smoke is kind of getting caught in my throat. I'm wondering if that's because I'm speaking right now and about to share some truth with you all. But let's dig into today's topic, which is how I transformed playtime with my son. And that is a play on words because this actually involves Transformers, a toy that he really loves to play with. And the reason that I wanted to record this episode is because I feel like there are so many moms out there that are multitasking and trying to do it all because they have to do it all, right? No judgment from this side. It's like there's so many responsibilities that we have. There's so much weight that we carry that sometimes playing with our kids seems like something we have to do. You know, it's not this genuine desire to play with Transformers. Or, one of my friends actually says that she hates playing like make-believe Paw Patrol with her son. It's just something that she can't get into. And there's always going to be that thing, I think, that it's like our kids like doing something and it's not really our jam, especially, I don't know, I'm a boy mom. There's so many things that I do, like playing with remote control cars and Transformers that I literally never thought that I would be doing in my entire life. But pile all of this on top of our daily work stress and the expectations and standards that we have for ourselves, that when it comes down to, the evening when our kids just want us to play, it's almost like we're trying to play while being productive. We try to play with them and take their lead and whatnot while cooking dinner. Or we try and squeeze in something before bedtime. And then when it is bedtime, they kind of feel like we didn't play enough. I didn't have enough connection from you is what they're really saying. And if we're being honest with ourselves, I don't think we've allowed ourselves to receive connection from them. It's just one more thing to do. Playing with our kids becomes like a task that you can check off of your list almost. But if it's not really on your list, it's that like nagging thing that's on there. So anyways, I wanted to validate any mom that currently feels that way and give you a tip that really helped me using an experience where my son wanted to play with Transformers. Now, he wanted to play with Transformers all the time, and we did. It was, pretend play of all these Transformers doing I honestly don't even know what they were doing. But then it came time for Griffin's birthday last year, and he got so many Transformers. I don't even think that was on his list that I sent out to people, but he got, I don't know, maybe 5 new Transformers. And some of them were really intricate. I was purchasing just like the Play School version on Amazon, which literally is like it transforms, this bot transforms in 2 steps. You just crank the neck up and spread the arms and it becomes an airplane or something. But the ones that he got for his birthday were probably, it seems like it was 15 steps, and they were really difficult. And Griffin was able to figure out how to transform one of them. It was Bumblebee, but it came with another one, Mo Malto. And yes, I now know most of these Transformers names, I feel like. So I didn't know how to transform this other one. And then the other thing is that you could pair them together, like literally one becomes the head of the other one. And I spent 3 months, literally 3 months of just trying to half-heartedly transform this Mo Malto character, trying to figure out how to put one as the head on the other, and it was unsuccessful. Finally, one day, Griffin was playing with his Transformers, and I just paused to reflect, what do I want out of this situation? I could continue on with my to-do list and do the laundry, do the dishes, meal plan for the week ahead. But instead I thought, I want to connect with Griffin. I want to have a moment where I'm not doing those things. Like, I almost want to take my responsibility hat off and fully immerse myself into whatever Griffin is doing. And since he was playing with Transformers, I pulled up a YouTube video on how to transform Mo Malto and how to put on top of Bumblebee. Griffin loved this. He watched the tutorial with me on how to do it, and he was so intrigued the whole time. And then afterwards, we did it together. We transformed these characters, and we celebrated each turn, I want to say, but each arm flap, each anything that we did, this 15-step transformation, we celebrated each one. We were like, yes, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. And it just became such a solid memory where he was so excited and we were just doing this together, at least a memory for me. I don't know if he'll remember this, but I also remember at the end when his Transformer was finally put together, he was like, what? In the highest pitch voice ever. And it was just such a nice afternoon, and not even full afternoon. This took less than an hour, honestly, probably 30 to 45 minutes of us watching the video and putting them together, and then including playtime as well. And it just felt so nice and like a pause, not like something else I needed to do. Instead of trying to do this while I was checking my DMs on social media at the time, because I remember I was like, ooh, I wonder if somebody messaged me, or half listening to what Griffin wanted to do with these Transformers while planning my day, or rushing through that meal planning that I wanted to get done. I put a pause on all of that, spent that time instead with Griffin, fully immersed, so present, patient, really there. The coolest part is that all of that stuff still got done. The emails and DMs still got answered. My business still grew. I got that meal plan done and I ordered groceries. So the secret, if you will, to being more patient and present with your kids and actually enjoying it versus seeing it as something you have to do is not better time management and filling them in on your calendar. It's not more productivity hacks. I truly believe we don't need more to do, more to then set us up to fail and then feel even more guilt about it. And we also didn't need this perfect morning routine or perfect afternoon routine in order to do it. This was a spontaneous moment where I decided I'm going to be present for this. I'm going to be here. I'm going to just be in Griffin's world. And it was an understanding that I can choose how I show up, and being a present mom doesn't take away from any other role that I play. It doesn't take away from being the productive mom with meal planning, because I did get around to it. And I will say it was easier to stop playing Transformers with Griffin and then start my meal planning after that intimate play session with Griffin, compared to past play sessions where I'm just kind of half-heartedly, yeah, let's play. Sure, I'll run around the backyard with you, but I'm like mentally not there. They can pick up on that. So him knowing I was fully there for it, we were like taking videos and pictures, and he was dancing with them all and whatnot. By the time we were kind of done with that, he was fine with me going on to do my own thing, and things got done. So being patient and present with my son also didn't take away from the work that needed to get done. Also, I can't remember if this was a weeknight or a Sunday, but I know that it was not work hours. So it was just reinforcing that this type of time spent with my son actually gave me more energy, more creativity, more calmness to pursue the next thing that I wanted to do. I felt more organized afterwards because I had this little release. I lastly want to say that if you can relate to this story and you feel like you have been too busy to slow down and actually participate with your kids, it's not you. So it's all of the things I've been talking about this desire to just do something else instead, essentially. Where that stems from is your subconscious habits. And that just needs some tweaking and disrupting, which is really simple to do once you learn how to do it. But it's the hyperachiever that makes us think, oh, I need to do this, this, and this instead of playtime with our kids. We don't prioritize that as high. Or it might be the restless sabotage pattern where you're just jumping from thing to thing. So maybe you even do want to play with your kids, but shortly after you think of, wait, I forgot to feed the cats. So let me go do that. And then you're just restless with all of these activities. Maybe you're the overthinker, and you're like me. Overthinking is not the top one of mine, but it definitely played into this scenario because I spent 3 months overthinking how to do it. Do I want to do it? What is this going to mean for our playtime? Do I want to do that? And eventually I just stopped all of that. I learned how to disrupt those patterns as I felt them, because I did feel them come in. I felt that hyperachiever pop in. I felt that avoider and procrastinator pop in as I was playing. And I had to disrupt it in real time and realize this is important too. And so I just want to share that so that you know this isn't all just mindset tricks. It's not just your brain, telling you certain things that you would rather be doing instead. There's actual reasoning, logic, scientific backed information that we have as to why you're behaving in this way. So to wrap up, I would love for you to reflect on, is there something that my kid has been wanting from me? Maybe an activity that they've been wanting to do with you, or a meal that they've been wanting to make, or anything. And if not, if they're not asking for something, which I feel like our kids are always asking us for something, but if not, I actually just got off of a call with a client, and she was explaining how she gets home from work and her son is just kind of ignoring her, in a mood, glued to his tablet, doesn't really want anything. And to me, that screams that they're craving connection. That screams that they just don't feel connected. They probably know your patterns of, well, she's just going to start dinner and then it's bedtime and then we'll start this day all over again. To me, that sort of behavior would really benefit from sitting down with a conversation and asking, how are you feeling? What would you like to do? Let's create something fun. One of the ways to disrupt sabotage patterns is exploring, particularly exploring the other person's mind, kind of seeing it from their perspective and then allowing them to create something with you. You could ask a fun question, like if a superhero were to come in right now and create a game for us to play, or an obstacle course, or maybe even choose a book for us to read. Which one do you think they would choose? Make it fun. And I guarantee you will start to notice a shift in your kids and in yourself and how you show up the rest of the day when you are able to spend this time truly patient and present with your kids. I hope that you loved this episode and got a couple tips, and maybe I'll link the YouTube on how to transform your Transformers, because truly that was a game changer. And it took me months to find that, or not to find it, but to sit down and actually do it. And if you're a busy mom, I know that something like that is probably on your list right now. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Join us on Thursday for our strategic journaling session. They're about 5 to 10 minutes where you will walk away being like, oh shit, that is a breakthrough. I did not realize that's what was holding me back. They are super juicy and super fun. Thanks again, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me for today's journal entry. If something resonated with you, I'd love to know about it. Screenshot this episode, share it on social media, and tag me at samantha.s.says. Or even leave a review, which will help more women find this podcast to create more fulfillment in their career and as a mom. And hey, if you're thinking, I wish I could get more of this, I've got you covered. Click on the link in the show notes, which I customize each week based on what we're talking about. And I always include the link to the Calm Mind Blueprint, which are my 5 journal prompts to go from overwhelm to inner peace in 2 to 10 minutes a day. Subscribe so that you catch my Thursday 5-minute journal with me episodes and next week's full episode where we will continue this journey together. I'll see you then.